What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell. Today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. And yes, if I sound disgusting and horrible, I am sick. I am actually recording these last two videos very sick because motherfucker like me need to get some go to a doctor or something like that and just relax in bed for these next 2 days. So we're still recording. We're going to keep that daily streak up going. So who will win every WWE event PLE? So the events that we're going to be looking at are Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, I almost blanked out, King of the Ring, and Queen of the Ring, and then, which I added onto here because now that there's incentives for, getting a chance at a SummerSlam match, it makes a lot of sense to kind of, put it on here. And then we're looking at Money in the Bank. I was going to add Survivor Series, who's going to win that. I don't think that's a big thing, honestly. I don't think that's a thing that is like a true like who could win, because it's not really a championship opportunity or anything like that. And I was thinking of oh my gosh, I was thinking of doing Crown Jewel, but again, I don't think that's another big thing. It's just a championship that, let's be honest here, doesn't really matter. So let's get started with Royal Rumble men's. So we're gonna have a winner and then a dark horse, who's basically, if I had another choice, I'm choosing this guy. Or woman, I guess. So Royal Rumble men's. There's a lot of different there's a lot of different things you have to think. You have to think about, who's gonna win for potentially which championships. So Cody Rhodes, Gunther, probably the championship holders, unless Gunther somehow loses it before. I doubt it. Who's gonna win it? And the thing that I like to think about is what makes the most sense. I think for Cody, you're probably looking at like Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, The Rock, Roman Reigns. For Gunther, I think there's a lot of potential ones. I think CM Punk makes a lot of sense. I think John Cena makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of different whatever. We're going to go with Randy Orton, who in these past couple of days, I've been actually doubting myself heavily on choosing Randy Orton in my predictions for this Royal Rumble winner. Because I doubt Randy and Cody have a match at WrestleMania 41 now. I think they might save it till SummerSlam or something else. I'm dying here. So my dark horse is who I've been leaning towards most, which is CM Punk. It makes a lot of sense. CM Punk could be the favor, is putting him in the Royal Rumble. Could be a championship opportunity, which I think that's what the favor should be, is a championship opportunity that Paul Heyman has. So we have CM Punk go for it. But if CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble, I'd be interested on the angle they would do with it. Like potentially, maybe Seth Rollins gets himself involved and it's a triple threat, but then someone else gets involved and it's fatal four-way. I don't really know. I really like just the choosing of Randy Orton to go against Cody Rhodes, and then maybe during this time, he turns on Cody Rhodes, becomes more heelish and more crazy and more of a, I don't care about anybody but myself, and then goes after Cody. I don't really know, though. It's hard to say who could win this Royal Rumble. This is the one of the year that I just don't know and can't predict who could win this year. For the women's side, there's a lot of different options we could look at the women's side. I'm expecting Rhea Ripley to have the championship for what is it called? For this Royal Rumble. So we're looking at maybe, who could go after Rhea Ripley? And then does Tiffany Stratton or Nia Jax have the championship, depending on who has the cash-in happen? I'm going to say that this is more towards Rhea Ripley, and that's why I want to go Bianca Belair, because I think Io Sky has been somebody that I have mentioned a lot winning this, but with how they've done Io Sky and the potential of her winning the IC title, I could see a way where instead they go, you know what? We're not going to have Io Sky win the Royal Rumble. She's going to win, the IC title. Or maybe, we believe in Io Sky, but it's not the match we want. We want Bianca versus Rhea, which would be a crazier match. But the thing is with Bianca is that could you see a way where Jade comes back and Jade and Bianca have a feud? I think that's a really good option as well. But I think this Jade Cargill injury is real, and that's why they're going to shift to maybe Bianca versus Rhea at WrestleMania. My dark horse is more towards Tiffany Stratton. It is Charlotte Flair. I think once Charlotte Flair comes back, she can go after Tiffany Stratton. She can honestly go after Nia Jax as well, so that's why it makes a lot of sense to have her here for the dark horse for the Royal Rumble. And I do believe that Charlotte Flair is going to win another title in 2025. I would be shocked if she doesn't. Up next is Elimination Chamber Men's. This is so obvious to me. I think this should be everybody's favorite. John Cena. He said he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber match for Toronto, which makes me believe he's not going to win the Royal Rumble. Instead, he's going to win Elimination Chamber, go after Gunther, and maybe lose to Gunther. I think that is what the planned match is for John Cena and Gunther right now. Because it makes a lot of sense to have that match be one of the key matches for WrestleMania. Dark horse for me is LA Knight. I think LA Knight could make a switch to Monday Night Raw. And then with this switch could really go after the main title and go after Gunther. I think an LA Knight versus Gunther feud would feed the streets. So I'm going to put him here for the dark horse. Other than that, maybe CM Punk. But I think John Cena has it on lock. Up next for the women's side, I think obviously it's Charlotte Flair if she's not winning the Royal Rumble. I kind of gave it away earlier where if she's not winning the Royal Rumble, then she's probably going to win Elimination Chamber. That's the guess for me right now. I think we're really just banking off of the Royal Rumble match to see who can win this Elimination Chamber for women. So that's why my dark horse is, Bianca Belair. Maybe it's Io Sky instead, and that's who Rhea goes against. But I think right now, Bianca and Rhea could be the marquee match for Rhea Ripley going into WrestleMania. So now we're at King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. So obviously I'm thinking of who's kind of wanting to showcase in Saudi, who could then, go into, we could say SummerSlam and win the championship. There is a couple of people that make a lot of sense. You could do John Cena. You could do a lot of different options here. I think they should go with more young guys to kind of elevate talent and have an opportunity just like a Royal Rumble or a Elimination Chamber would. I'm going to go LA Knight. I think Gunther could still have the title, and then LA Knight wins King of the Ring, which he's huge in Saudi, can win King of the Ring, go after Gunther for SummerSlam, and maybe win the title off him in SummerSlam. I think that's not a shock to say. I think it could be a really great feud to have. I know people want John Cena to beat Gunther for the title, but I'd rather see, LA Knight be the one, and then maybe later on in life, LA Knight loses the title a little faster than not. And then whoever LA Knight loses the title to, John Cena wins it at the very end of his kind of tour that we could have. I don't think it's shocking to say LA Knight winning this title would be, and going for the really main title isn't a big shock in my opinion. My dark horse is Braun Breaker. I think he could win a main title in 2025. I think being King of the Ring could really elevate him as well, showing his dominance for King of the Ring. So I want to put him as a dark horse. I think it makes a lot of sense, obviously. This isn't a shock to people. It really could show his just really main skills and to have a great match at maybe SummerSlam for maybe it is the WWE Championship rather than the Heavyweight Championship. Queen of the Ring, I'm going Bianca Belair. I have a couple things I want to say. Queen of the Ring is going to be very, very hard to predict. Because, one, if Bianca and Rhea doesn't happen for WrestleMania, I expect it to happen at SummerSlam. If Bianca doesn't have a title match at all in 2025, the beginning, then I expect her to go for Queen of the Ring, win it, and maybe go against Tiffany Stratton, for example. I think there's a lot of possibilities for Queen of the Ring when you're looking at Bianca, for example. And she screams somebody that could win Queen of the Ring and to really show off, her incredible talent to Saudi and to win a title finally again, because she's kind of been just in the outskirts right now. My dark horse is Raquel Rodriguez if Rhea has a title. I really like Raquel to kind of get elevated out of Liv Morgan's shadow. Maybe she's going after Rhea for the title. Maybe it's for actually a mid-card title instead. But Raquel Rodriguez is a force of nature that deserves to be shown. Hasn't been shown recently, but deserves it. Now we're going to go with the Money in the Bank. For the men's side, I kind of have three. I'm going with my winner, which is Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed is right there, and I think with Bronson Reed coming back probably from injury around this time, could really make him a kind of scary threat and show off his skills to everybody where, you know, coming into the Money in the Bank match, winning the Money in the Bank match, and being a insane holder, in my opinion. I mean, let's be honest here. Bronson Reed had one of the best breakout years for 2024. Really came out on the scene. I think he is almost there for not the main event scene, but the main title scene. I expect him to maybe go for a mid-card title, and if he doesn't, if they want to elevate him a little bit higher, I think Money in the Bank makes a lot of sense for him to win and to be the one that just comes around, cashes in, and destroys someone and wins that title and looks like a huge threat. Now, is this me kind of predicting this and it doesn't happen? I don't know, but I think if you're looking at Money in the Bank and what makes somebody that come from this mid-card title all the way to the main title scene in a quick, short instance, it should be the Money in the Bank, and that's Bronson Reed. Dark Horse is Sami Zayn. Other Dark Horse is Jey Uso. Sami Zayn deserves a main title run in 2025. Money in the Bank is probably the best way to do it. I think it would make him a uber babyface, even though he's already insane. The sounds of his theme going off when he's about to go against someone would be immaculate, in my opinion. I think Sami Zayn makes a lot of sense for somebody for the men's side of things to potentially win and then go on to win a title for, 2025. Now let's look at the women's side. My winner is Naomi because I think Naomi, same like Bronson Reed, is like right there in the main title scene. I know she's had a lot of championship matches and a lot of chances at getting titles, but I still, just don't see it. They don't allow her to flourish like she probably could. And I think, Money in the Bank opportunity for Naomi could excel her in a way where she probably wins a title and kind of grows the title, maybe. Not grows the title, but just grows herself. It's hard to choose who could win Money in the Bank right now for the women's side. Maybe it's what they do with Tiffany Stratton, and it's somebody that comes up from NXT as well. My dark horse is Jade Cargill. When we're looking at main talents that could obviously be in the main event scene, but hasn't got it yet, Jade Cargill is screaming out loud. I think Jade Cargill should be a favorite to win Money in the Bank because I think it makes a lot of sense for her to potentially go in, win the title, and then hold on to the title for a while, as for example. She's just right there in that main title scene. And again, Money in the Bank should be the ones that elevate people rather than keep the same people. For example, Drew McIntyre should never win Money in the Bank. Should never win Money in the Bank. He's already there. This should be for talent that needs a little bit more to grow. Now, if you're trying to get maybe a Money in the Bank holder to lose, like Drew McIntyre, I understand. But come on. Money in the Bank should really help talent more than anything. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.